You're about to hear the true story of a man who had everything. Private jets, hotels in 42 countries, a net worth that made Forbes blush. And then, one morning in 2023, he woke up with exactly $14,000 left to his name. Not because of a market crash, not because of fraud, but because of a habit he hid from the world for 27 years. A habit that feels harmless until it isn't. His name was Alexander Pierce. To the world, he was the king of luxury hospitality in North America. To bankers, he was the client who never missed a payment until he did. And to himself, he was simply addicted to winning. Alex didn't inherit money. He started with one rundown motel outside Philadelphia in 1996. Within 15 years, he owned 180 properties. He had a simple playbook. Buy a hotel, renovate, refinance, use the new loan to buy 2 more. Repeat. Faster. Forever. It worked. Because interest rates kept falling for 2 decades. Alex wasn't gambling in casinos. He was gambling with debt. Every analyst meeting, he'd smile and say, "Debt is just a tool. As long as revenue grows faster than interest, we're golden." And for 27 years, revenue did grow faster, so nobody questioned him. Not his board, not his wife, not even himself. 2022 annual audit. CFO walks in with a single folder. Inside, $600 million in cash. Simply gone, not stolen, just paid quietly as interest over 8 years. Alex laughs at first. We'll refinance again. Rates are still low, except they weren't going to stay low. March 2023, the U.S. Federal Reserve hikes rates again, and again, and again. Alex's variable rate loans jumped from 3% to 9.5% in 11 months. His monthly interest bill goes from $8 million to $29 million. Revenue was still growing, but only by 6% a year. Math no longer worked. He starts selling, first, the Gulfstream jet, then the Basquiat painting, then the Hamptons mansion, but every asset sale pays only principal. Interest keeps growing 24/7, like a shark that never sleeps. October 17, 2023, his CFO knocks. Hands him a letter. Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. The empire is gone. Personal bank account, $14,037. He stares at the screen for 43 seconds, silent. Then whispers, "I thought I was borrowing money. I was actually borrowing time." Here's the scariest part. Alex didn't break any law. He didn't lie to investors. He just believed his own story. That growth would never slow. That interest rates would never rise. That he was too smart to fail. And that's exactly how debt destroys the invincible. So the next time someone tells you, leverage is free money when you're winning, remember Alexander Pierce, the man who turned $10,000 into $3.8 billion, and then watched interest eat it all in 18 months. Ask yourself one question. Are you building wealth, or are you just renting tomorrow's money today? Most people think Alexander Pierce lost his empire in 2023. They're wrong. He lost it in 2019, the day he opened a spreadsheet, saw the words unpayable by 2024, and quietly closed the laptop, and kept borrowing anyway. When the bankruptcy trustees seized his devices, they found a password-protected folder buried 6 layers deep. Name: Tomorrow Fund. Zilzum. Last modified, September 14, 2019 to 17 a.m. Inside were 19 tabs of pure dread. 18 of them were green. One was blood red. The silent risk tab was a doomsday model. It assumed interest rates would rise to just 6%, a modest, normal rise. And even with that tiny assumption, the model predicted total insolvency by Q3 2024. Alex had run this scenario 47 different ways. Every single one ended the same. Bankruptcy. He knew. 4 years early, he knew. Dr. Elena Marquez, the court-appointed psychologist, testified, Mr. Pierce didn't suffer from greed. He suffered from something far more dangerous. Compulsive invincibility disorder, a clinical belief that past success guarantees future immunity. In simple words, he wasn't borrowing money anymore. He was borrowing identity. One loan document changed everything. $41 million personal facility. September 2021. Secured against the family home in Aspen. Signature line, Claire Pierce. Handwriting analysis, 0% match. He forged his wife's name because telling her the truth would force him to stop. October 16, 2023. The night before filing. 62,000 employees about to lose jobs. Protesters chanting his name outside. Alex stands at the window, blinds half closed. He doesn't flinch. He just watches the tiny people and mouths one sentence nobody can hear. I was supposed to be the exception. 2:41 m. He opens the red tab one last time, types a new number into the interest rate cell. 2.9%. The column turns green. Net worth 2030, $18 billion. He stares at it for 22 seconds, then changes it back to reality, closes the laptop, whispers, "Tomorrow never comes if you keep buying it." Judge, Mr. Pierce, why didn't you stop in 2019? Alex looks straight at the judge. 11-second pause. Because stopping would mean I was wrong, and being wrong was never part of the plan. The entire room felt the temperature drop. Dr. Marquez's confidential report leaked later. Patient exhibits textbook, God mode delusion, common in founders who experience 20+ years of uninterrupted wins. Cure rate, near zero. Prevention, the only option. Alexander Pierce, 2025. Lives in a 780 sq ft apartment in Hoboken. Drives a 2018 Lexus with 94,000 miles. Teaches one finance class per semester at a community college. On the first day, he writes only one sentence on the board. The most expensive interest you'll ever pay is the interest on your own ego. Debt doesn't send you a warning letter. It sends you promotions, rising net worth, magazine covers, private jets, until one day the bill arrives, and the only thing left to pay with is the version of you that everyone believed in.